Stephanie here. I am an integrative nutrition health coach, and I wanted to share a 5-minute quick little tutorial with you for how I prep my sweet potatoes for the week. I'm going to take out my sweet potatoes. What I'm going to do is give them a little rinse, but I'm not going to dry them off, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So I'm just going to take a minute, rinse my sweet potatoes, and then I will show you how to prep them. I love having sweet potatoes for breakfast, actually. So if you are still a cereal muncher for breakfast, I want to encourage you to switch it up a little bit. This is a nice way. I love having these with leftover chili on top and avocado with a little bit of cheese in the morning. You can even take that for a quick lunch. Okay, so I have 4 here. I'll do the rest later in a minute. And so I rinsed them off. I am not going to pat them dry. What I'm going to do is take a piece of aluminum foil and completely cover each sweet potato separately, and then I'm going to put them in the crock pot. Okay, before I do that, I am going to pierce it. So let me grab a knife real quick. This is just going to let the steam to escape as it's in the crock pot. Okay, I thought I had one more. Be careful when you're doing this. And for those of you just hopping on, I am prepping a bag of sweet potatoes so that I have breakfast and lunches for the next 4 to 5 days. My kids love these too. They make great breakfasts, great lunches. I said earlier, I love loading them up with leftover chili, avocado, cheese, even just a little bit of butter and cinnamon. It's delicious, and it's an absolutely amazing alternative to something like oatmeal or cereal or bagels in the morning. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and try this out next time. It's really easy. So what I have done so far is I've rinsed my sweet potato. I pierced it with a knife to let the steam out, and I am wrapping it up in aluminum foil. And then I put it in my crock pot. That's it. Okay. I'll finish up the rest of the bag in a minute, but I wanted to just show you how easy this is. I think a lot of times we get super overwhelmed when we hear like anything that has to do with meal prep, because we have in our minds that it has to take a really long time. It doesn't. Like I have a chunk of time on the weekends that I dedicate to meal prep, but honestly, I do it throughout the week for the next 4 to 5 days that are coming, and it's kind of staggered. And when I do it that way, it's kind of nice because I always have prepped food in the refrigerator. Like this morning, I also did a 2 butternut squash. I cut them, scooped the seeds out, put them face down on a baking sheet. I put water in the bottom so they can steam. Put it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. Whenever you pierce it with a knife and it's super soft, they're done. So I'm going to let these sit here at room temperature. They'll cool. I actually puree mine because that's the way that my kids love them. So today, and that took me about 5 minutes to prep and get in the oven. This is taking me about 5 minutes to prep and get in the crock pot. So today I'm taking 10 minutes of time and I'm prepping, and I have all these sides, potential breakfast, potential lunches for the next few days, and it takes a lot of stress off. And now that I know that I have these sweet potatoes, I'll be making a pot of chili. My pot of chili, I'll have leftovers. They'll go on top of the sweet potatoes. I have some avocados ready to use. So you can see, like, when you think about meshing together and melding what you already have in your house into meals, it takes the stress off. Guys, this is all I do to prep my sweet potatoes. So water, pierce them, aluminum foil, in the crock pot. I cook them for 4 to 6 hours on high, and they're perfect. And I'm going to turn that on, put the lid on. I'm going to go pick my son up from kindergarten, and that's it, guys. So I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon.